right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sanusi Not Life. My name is Adewale Boka Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to talk about cause and effect in regards to art, art creation. But specifically, I'm going to talk about art creation and what it does when you create art. Before we get into this podcast, I want to thank our sponsors. This Sanusi podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere at A4 Capital Consulting. Take your business to the next level. That's A4 CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4 CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, A4 Capital Consulting is coming out with a new podcast. It's going to be great, informative, teaches you how to grow your business, take it to the next level. So get ready for something awesome and informative. Is going to make your business, your art business, because a lot of us are artists, right? It's an art show. Take it to the next level. That's why you see Sound Visions going to the next level. Simple things like the banner we have behind us, the apparel line, the footwear line, trademarking, LLCs, all this cool stuff that you need to know. So it's important, man. A4 Capital Consulting, they're coming out with that podcast. And also, this podcast is brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain like Anadel Foot and Ankle. Make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, all I wear is custom orthotics. I do not wear generic brand foot insoles. These are designed to my feet, strictly for my feet. You know, they put me in the machine at the Anadel Center. Next thing you know, the machine was building my own custom orthotics, man. So, you know, make your appointment today, AnadelCenter.com, and get them feet where they need to be, man. As I stated before, our podcast is strictly on YouTube now. You can stream it also too on Facebook, because I always put it on there every week. But, you know, I figure it's better for you to see us. People love seeing and hearing you, so what better platform than to use YouTube? And remember, don't forget to give us something 5-star, don't be a hater. Subscribe to us. That way you get notifications every time a new episode comes up. So y'all get ready for the show. So let's get into this podcast, man. As I stated before, cause and effect, art creation, and what it does. Cause and effect, art creation, first of all, art. Whether you're talking about myself, Carjack for Assassins, this creation right here, you know, first, these characters just themselves is a cause and effect, right? Or Marvel, with the various characters created, from Iron Man to Black Panther to Captain America to the Avengers to the X-Men, DC, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Darkseid, or just art in general, whether it's abstract art or painting or pencil sketch or whatever it might be. But creating art opens up avenues to different things. A lot of individuals, like, they don't, as artists, man, I've stressed this on previous episodes, but that's why I'm doing this episode again. Another episode like something like this. A lot of artists have no business sense. They don't understand that when they create something, it now has optimum value. You know, I don't want to say the word optimum value, but limitless value. So we're talking about, it can go from art to merchandising. That merchandising becomes posters, t-shirts, footwear. It becomes things like video games, movies, TV shows, which I'm going to talk about later. But I can't stress enough the importance of artists understanding the value of what you create. You know, for example, I'm going to show y'all, since we're talking about, you know, let's talk Carjack for Assassins example. This right here, my cactus. All of it's trademarked, all of it's in my name. I've got the documentation. You can't use this without my permission. To use this to use this without my permission is a bad idea. You know, that's one of the things that I'm talking about, Carjack for Assassins. Even forgot Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's another art creation. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been around since 1987. It's had so many TV shows, I've even lost count, man. One of the most important things about art creation is understanding what you created and the value it gives to you. A lot of artists, we are just we are so clueless, you know. That's another thing I'm going to talk about again here. Here's another one. Let's just talk about, you know, simple thing like my two favorite characters in Marvel, Blade, and then followed by Iron Man, right? You know, that's all Marvel creation. When Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created these characters or took them on to Marvel, even though they might not have been the one who created the characters, but, you know, I know Blade was created by Marv Wolf, I believe. Blade is my favorite Marvel character. Blade is my favorite character outside of the Carjack for Assassins universe. He's number 1, Iron Man's 2, and then Wolverine's 3. You know what I'm saying? I can't stress, you know, let me see another one. Shoot, here we go. Might as well show you more people that I like. Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Wolverine. And then let's of course show y'all. Let's see here. See if I can find it. There we go. Batman. You know what I'm saying? And Green Lantern. Let's see if I can find Wonder Woman. Now I'm just talking about art creation here in general, because I gotta stress the importance of people understanding how important it is to. And then you've got, of course, ladies. You got Storm, and then of course you got Wonder Woman, right? So those are that's a DC and Marvel character. When you create something, man, you have to think about what it's going to do. A lot of artists are I guess we live in this tunnel vision, like where we think once we just draw it, all we gotta do is just sell it as a print and that's it. Like, for example, comic expos. I used to go to them a lot when I first started. And what I realized during the pandemic was, how was I gonna sell my art without going to comic expo? So I came up with an idea. I started using social media. Without even knowing it, I could post, say the price, say where they can get it, which is my website. And I started to get traffic. I was like, oh, okay, this is the new way. So I remember going to an art show last year, 2022, LA Comic-Con. Even though it was great to be there, I felt odd and weird, like, why am I here? I no longer need these shows. And don't get me wrong, I love going to comic expos, but it's not, for a lot of artists, that's the only place they can sell their art. For me, it's not the only way I can sell my art. I got clients. They know my website. They can reach me through a text. They can even send me emails and they can get stuff like that. So art creation, man, whatever you create, right? What's going to be the effect of it? That's the cause, the first part I was talking about. Now I want to talk about the effect, which is a big part, right? All the things that it eventually leads to. Because creating the stuff is the cause. Being an artist, whether you're a painter, whether you're an animator, whether you're a comic writer, whether you're a writer, whether you're just a penciler, or if you're like me, you're everything. Because I have to be. And I've taught myself to do everything in terms of everything I needed to do, so I don't fall behind or nobody slows me down. Like all these images on this banner, I drew it. To get the banner done, I paid for it. Animations with my characters, I did it. These characters from version 1 to version 2, 3 to 5 right here, you know what I mean? This is all me right here, cause and effect. If I didn't go from this to this and then to this, I don't know where I'd be. I mean, right now we would probably have the first official Cards of Versailles comic book that's coming soon. You wouldn't have all these images you have on this sweater. This is the effect that I'm talking about right here. So now I'm going to move on to this part right here. The effect of creation, right? What it does. Things like, for example, comic books. You know what I'm saying? Posters. You know, whether it's a Ryu versus Ken poster or whatever. Or once again, Blade, Iron Man. You know what I mean? Cause and effect. You got things like animation, movies, books, TV series, video games. It is like once you create characters, you just giving yourself multiple platforms to work on. For example, animation. Let's start off with that one, right? Which is what it does, which is cause and effect. Like animation, like think of every character, like where there's Blade, Iron Man, Avengers, Justice League, Batman, Wonder Woman. I've seen animation of all these characters because what it does is simultaneously, once you create a character, it gives you an opportunity to do something else with it. Now, for a lot of y'all don't exist in this genre of animation of animated characters, it's kind of hard for you to comprehend that it's not just enough for a lot of artists, they just sell for just drawing the character and then they sell off the rights to whomever. Why would I sell off the rights to something that I know could bring me further money, give me a livelihood? I'm not doing that. I will never relinquish the rights to my characters ever. I won't even let you license it. Like, because when I let you license it, what bull job are you going to go do with it? Excuse my language. What BS are you going to go do with it? Water down my creation, then it has no value, right? You know what I'm saying? So you create animations. I mean, all the great cartoons I've ever watched, Techno Man, Avengers, Iron Man, Blade, X-Men, the animated series, Gargoyles. I can't stress enough the importance of DBZ right behind me. Gargoyles, Turtles, animation. They're all at animation. It's like creating them leads to something else. Mega Man behind me. Even my characters, Cards of Assassins. You know what I mean? Ronin Warriors. I can't stress the importance of knowing that it can lead to different things. Like, and then movies. How many of these movies have we seen? Like stuff that we used to watch as kids. Avengers, Iron Man, Blade, Green Lantern. Excuse me, not Green Lantern. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Movies get created off of these characters. And if you do it right, if you follow stories like how Marvel did a fantastic job with the Avengers deal, God, I was so impressed. They 1, 2, And then 3 and 4 were just monsters. I was just like, damn, these guys weren't playing. They went straight into the comic books. Somebody went into those comic books, read them jokers, and was like, we're going to make a movie out of this. And that's really the difference, like, in cause and effect. Understand that something doesn't have to be something singular. It can be plural. It can be multiple things. It can be movies. It can be TV shows. I mean, you have books. Even though comic books, like, for example, now let me finish with movies. So you got you've got DC making Batman movies. Yes, it'd be nice if they expanded past just Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Maybe we could see Green Lantern, John Stewart. Of course, Flash is supposed to come out this year. Maybe they'll do Green Arrow. Who knows? But DC's got to get their stuff together, man. You know what I'm saying? But Marvel's done a great job of taking all these amazing characters I used to watch as a kid. The only thing that bummed me out was the X-Men movies. Except for Logan and X-Men First Class, I thought all the other X-Men movies were not awesome. I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? You know what I'm saying? And I thought they was going to get it right with X-Men Days of Future Past, but that just turned out to be like, what the... But hopefully with Marvel buying X-Men back, they can fix it. I'll tell you another movie that was underestimated. The Incredible Hulk, the one with Edward Norton. Oh my God, that was so good. Which is now available on Disney Plus. I loved that movie. To me, that was a better Hulk than the Hulk that was in the Avengers. But this is what I'm talking about. What you're creating leads to different things. Like, people have to understand, artists have to understand, your thing that you create doesn't have to be one thing. Like painters, for example. I don't know so many painters, but the ones that I know, they always seem to like, let me just paint something on the canvas and that's where it stops. No, you can do more than that. Like, you can put it on a boat. You can put it on different merchandise, whether it's glasses cases, phone cases. You can put it on a t-shirt. This is all avenues for you to earn a living. And that's why a lot of artists, we starve. Like, we're creative in creating I'm going to say it like this. We're creative in creating what we create, but we're not creative in using it to make us a living, which makes no sense. If there's one thing I decided I was never going to do, I was going to be one of these artists that was a businessman who happened to be an artist. So I learned LLCs, trademarking, copywriting, all these different intricacies of paperwork documentation so that I could be able to do what I need to do with my characters, right? And so I started merchandising. I didn't want to just do posters. That's not enough for me. Forget that. I want to do apparel, beanies, sweaters, t-shirts, tank tops, footwear. So it led me to create my own footwear line. My computer's about to go to sleep. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I can't stress that enough. Even movies, man. Iron Man movie was a great movie. Blade series with Wesley Snipes, which is what jumped off the whole Marvel universe, which made it get to where it is today. There should be a statue of Blade, whether it's him on cover of Blade 1 or cover of Blade 2, should be in front of Marvel. 90 feet tall. It'd be like, yeah, that's the dude who put us on the map. Because without Blade, all this stuff that Marvel has right now, they wouldn't have it. And yes, they made Punisher first, but Punisher was not even close to what Blade was. You know what I'm saying? Blade was just incredible. And I know there's a new Blade getting made starring Mahershala Ali. I just pray to God it's fantastic, because that movie can't be bad. It has to be good. It can't be bad. That's the meaning of cause and effect that I'm talking about. I'm glad I'm talking about today, cause and effect. Blade Wesley Snipes movies can't do what they did, and only for this new one to come out and be straight trash. That would not fly with fans. There'll be somebody's getting crucified if that happens, man. You know what I mean? So that's where we are right now. Next up, books. People are always gonna read books. People are always gonna want to read. So I love reading. I'm one of those. I love animation, and I love reading too. You know, one of the best things about creating these Bible books of mine for the Cards of Assassin universe is that I was able to take it and use it to help me better my characters, but also to help me create the first official Cards of Assassin comic book. Like, I remember when I got to this version 5, a lot of people started asking me, are you ever going to have an actual comic book series? I said, you know, I never really wanted to do that because I was obsessed with animation. But then I was like, you know what? Let me get to work. So I started getting to work. I started in 2016. I started a comic book. Man, the files got corrupted. I was like, oh my God, I got to start all over again. So I start all over again. But now I'm at the end. I'm at the point where I'm just correction phase. I'm actually just reading through it to make sure there's no bad diction, no none of that. Because when y'all see this book, oh my God, it's a game changer. And this is what I mean by cause and effect. I created the characters, right? I knew where I wanted to go, but I did not realize it would be this big. You know, to where I'm getting to the shows where at the last shows that I finished, my characters come number 1 in sales in terms of merchandising, all forms of sales. You know, you have to realize that when you create something, it doesn't have to just be one thing. There's books. You know what I'm saying? I'm still reading comics. I still check out my old, you know what? What am I talking about? I got them right here. I'm gonna show y'all. This is what I'm gonna do by effects. When I say books, comic books, this Age of Apocalypse right here, X-Men, Age of Apocalypse. You know what I mean? Wolverine, Weapon X issue 1, and then last issue of Weapon X from Age of Apocalypse. You know what I mean? This is what I mean by cause effect. All these comic books, like when Marvel created test characters, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, look at this. Comic books, man. This is books right here. Captain America, you know what I'm saying? More X-Men. And I love me some X-Men. God, the 90s was a golden era for the X-Men. How it was not, the movies were not better, it shocks me. You know what I mean? More X-Men. I love me some X-Men. And I love me some X-Men because they help me with the Card of Assassin universe. More X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Age of Apocalypse right here. The Chosen and the Forgotten. This is one of the best comic books ever created. And this is what I mean by cause and creation. You create these characters. If you've never read this Apocalypse, Chosen and Forgotten, please go read it. It's one of the sickest comics ever. I don't know where you're going to get it. Whether it's Amazon.com or go to a library. I don't know. I know I read X-Men Omega from the library. That's why I get that. Look at this. I'm going to show you a little of it. Chosen and Forgotten. You got to go read this. This is one of the best reads ever. You know what I mean? This is what I mean by cause and effect. It's pretty sick. Let me see if I can find Weapon X so y'all can see it. I want to end on Weapon X right here. Yeah, that's right. Weapon X is the man. Here we go. You know what I mean? If you never read that book, you got to read this. Age of Apocalypse, Chosen and Forgotten. Oh my God, The Chosen. It's an awesome book. And basically the premise of that is that like Apocalypse deciding who in the Age of Apocalypse is worthy of being chosen or being forgotten. You know what I mean? But that's what I mean by cause and effect. And then you've got TV series. How many TV series do we know that we used to watch? These superheroes came from stuff we used to watch. Flash, which just ended recently on the 9th season. It was an awesome show. Titans ended this year too as well. You know what I'm saying? Green Lantern was in 2020, I think was the last time it showed, or 2021. Supergirl, Black Lightning, Superman and Lois is right now on TV on CW. It's a great show. I mean, how many TV series have we seen? And there's gonna be more and more. It's just like a lot of great animated characters becoming more than one thing. Cause and effect, man. And then video games. Let's think about it. Street Fighter. I mean, Street Fighter is one of the greatest video games ever created. I mean, I don't think there's anything. Let me see if I can find Street Fighter. Street Fighter is one of the greatest video games ever created. Nothing is better than Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom. And Marvel vs. Capcom. I just talked about this on the previous episode. Marvel vs. Capcom, Justice League, X-Men, Children of the Atom, Mortal Kombat, Mega Man video games. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog. Video games coming from characters, man. I mean, it's insane. This is what we do. It's what should be happening. Let me see if I can find Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. To me, it's still the coolest fighting video game ever. You know what I mean? Street Fighter. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and Bison. You know what I mean? Marvel vs. Capcom. Video games. Who doesn't want to play a video game? It's the one most popular thing right now going. Madden. Even though Madden aren't superhero characters, but you know, all these amazing characters from DC, Marvel, Sonic the Hedgehog, Techno Man. Of course, there's no video game of Techno Man, which would be awesome. Even Phantom 2040 got a video game. Sonic the Hedgehog, of course. Mega Man, countless video games. Let me see here. Turtles, video games from Nintendo, even from PlayStation 4. I mean, games are. You best believe these characters are going to be on a video game. You better believe that. You know what I mean? Card of Assassin is going to be a video game one day. That's for sure. You know what I mean? You cannot limit your characters and say, oh, I just want to do one thing. I'm sorry, the world is too multifaceted. If you want to limit yourself, that's fine. But no, not nobody else wants to post that. One thing I can't stand are these so-called purist artists. So you just want to be broke and talk about we're keeping it somehow keeping it real. No, you're not keeping it real. You're an idiot. If you want to be broke, that's your business. But for the rest of us artists who have half a brain, who're going to actually use it, merchandise, market your characters, market your creations. Like if you're a graphic designer, let people you doing work for know that these are your prices and this is what I charge. If you're a comic artist, don't just create characters for somebody. If you're a comic artist, draw the comic for somebody and charge them for it. Don't let them pay you $200 and then let them go make $500 million. That's stupid. If you're a character designer, don't take $600 for creation. Hell no. Take a nice price and then tell that jerk you want to keep 10% forever on royalties. You can't just You can't just do whatever. That's not how, that's my problem with a lot of artists, man. We don't use our head to do what we're doing. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a businessman or a businesswoman. That's the cause and effect. There's too many things that can come from creating characters that you can reap the benefits of, that a lot of artists don't reap the benefits. Like, imagine the people that created Superman or the Jerry Siegel family. They get royalty checks from DC all the time. Same thing with Batman family. Whether it's Bill Finger and Bob Kane that created Batman, you know what I'm saying? I created Cardiac Assassins, you know what I'm saying? When I'm no longer in this universe, my family, my children will reap the benefits of my creation. That's what it's supposed to be. Cause and effect. TV shows. Don't limit yourself. And also to be creative in your own mind as an artist. Don't limit yourself to just being a character design artist. No. Learn movies. Learn camera angles. Learn TV shows. Learn photography. Learn animation. Like me, I'm multifaceted. Like, I'm not limiting myself. Like, you can't stop what I'm going to do because I already know these things. Like, for example, I learned animation. Now I'm currently working on another animation intro for my characters. Oh, and it is fire. God, I was so inspired by when I finished the comic book. I was like, I gotta create an animation that matches the new characters because they don't look the same anymore. They look totally different. So, I can't stress enough importance on that, man. Today's talk was about art creation and what it does. And there's many things it can do as I recap it. Animation, movies, books, TV series, games. You have to not limit yourself, Like, for example, I didn't want to forget this. But, Turtles. How many of us have watched, let's look at my characters again, right? Cardiac Assassins. You know what I mean? These awesome, fantastic characters. But then let's look at some of the stuff that inspired me. Like, Mega Man. That was another. I'm waiting for this to become a movie. Or Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's see if I can find Turtles. Heck yeah. Turtles, you know what I'm saying? Goku vs. Vegeta. Yes, they made a Dragon Ball Z movie, but it wasn't. I was like, nah, I ain't feeling that. You know what I mean? Shoot. How can I forget Thundercats? You know what I mean? Thundercats. This is cause and effect right here. And let me see what else. If I can find another thing that I love. Ooh, can't forget X-Men. Look at this. X-Men, and then, of course, Gargoyles. I know it'd be hard to make a movie out of those, but it can be done. Of course, Green Arrow, the TV series, but now I'm waiting for the movie. You know what I'm saying? Spawn, you know what I mean? These are things that Captain America, baby. Sam Wilson, that's right. That TV show was off the chain. And this is what I mean by cause and effect. Look at all the cool things. Look at this. Voltron, you know what I'm saying? Ronin Warriors. Then let's see if I can find Techno Man for y'all. And then, that's enough art showing for y'all. But, oh yeah. Look at this. Techno Man. And just right next to it, Black Adam. Man, look at that. You know what I mean? And yes, if you're wondering about all these art that I'm showing you, all these posters are available on soundvision.com. They're all available on soundvision.com. You know what I mean? But cause and effect. Don't limit what you create, man. Let it expand. Let it grow. Let it become a massive universe. Can you imagine if Marvel and Stan Lee and Jack Kirby didn't limit what these characters could have become? God, all these movies that we're watching, whether it's Iron Man starring Robert Downey Jr. or Blade starring Wesley Snipes, we've never seen it. You know what I mean? So, dude, expand your universe, man. So that's our show for today. But before we get up out of here, as always, we got to show you new stuff, right? Now, check this out. We got wallets now. For a lot of y'all wondering, we got wallets, premium leather wallets. You know what I'm saying? You can get any character, whether it's Cardiac Assassins or Blade, Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Voltron, does not matter. And yes, you're wondering if it has wallet spots. Yes, it does. Look at that. You know what I mean? You can get your own wallet today, man, on soundvision.com. It's a very cool. I've had this thing going on 4 years. 4 years now. It still looks great. Take care of my stuff. Then, of course, our new toy in the arsenal. These phone cases. Man, these phone cases are awesome. Premium leather, you know what I'm saying? Phone cases, double-sided to cover your phone. You know what I'm saying? You've got the phone spot right there. Then, of course, you got the credit card slots, money. And if you want to keep some documents, you got that spot too. You know what I mean? Phone cases. Flip cases. You know what I'm saying? It's available for iPhones all the way from 11 all the way through 13 plus. And then, of course, you got Samsung Galaxies from 21 all the way to 22 plus. You know what I mean? So phone cases on soundvision.com, man. Look at this. Art in the back, art in the front. And yes. And when you want to keep it from flipping away, you just do like that. Look at this. You can do it to where it can put us a little string. Then the string keeps the phone from opening up. See, now look, it's not opening up. You know what I mean? But it's sturdy, it's strong. I've dropped it a bunch of times. My phone was like, dang, this is proper protection right here. So, flip phone cases, man. And then, of course, what else we got? We got the new Batas low tops. You know what I mean? These are Cardiac Assassins Platinum Edition Black Batas low tops. We always got our cool Batas on. So you can visit our website, sunvision.com, and get your pair today. You know what I mean? Look at this, man. As you can see, we always got the detail of the art, man. We're not messing around with this, man. Are you kidding me? This is what we do at Sanusi Vision, man. And just when you think we're done there, look. This right here is it's a shoe for a client. Custom orthotics. You know what I mean? Look at this. Sick Batas, man. And they love this so much. It's like, you got to get us. We did this for a company. A4 Capital Consulting ordered their own shoes. Now Batas, now my shoes are the official footwear for A4 Capital Consulting. You know how great that makes me feel, man? Look at that logo right there, man. That's what we're doing at Sanusi Vision, man. So big things, man. You know what I mean? Always doing big things. So y'all, that's our show for today. But before we get up out of here, we want to thank our sponsors. This Sanusi Vision podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting, growing good business anywhere and everywhere, and A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, I want to thank y'all for listening. But before we get up out of here, I want to remind you to go get your copy of this book, this bio book available on sunvision.com, because again, this bio book helps you understand the first official cardiac facade comic book that's going to come out. It's going to be sick, man. I'm so proud of it. So, get your copy of this bio book today so you can understand what's going on with the characters. So when the book gets here, you'll know what's going on, y'all. So, y'all, I want to thank y'all for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Agboke Jr. Please check out our website at sunvision.com for all our awesome stuff, from beanies, sweaters, phone cases, phone flip cases, wallets, batas, Ashore footwear, Ashore, the clothes I got on, sweaters right here, sweatpants, leggings for the ladies, glasses cases. We got all kinds of cool stuff, man. So y'all got to go check it out. And please subscribe to our podcast, which is strictly available on YouTube now. Subscribe so that you can get notifications every week, new episodes, you know what I'm saying? Because people love to hear and love to see even better. So I figured, why not just go on YouTube and be there all the time? So follow us, subscribe to us so you can and give us a great rating. Say something nice. Don't be a hater. You know what I mean? And please check out our social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at Sanusi Vision. Social media is too critical. If you're an artist and you ain't got social media, you just falling behind on times, because it's a chance for you to get out what you do and for people to see what you do. You ain't got to worry about, don't put nothing out there that you haven't copyrighted. Don't put nothing out there that isn't protected in terms of rights. And just get your brand out, man. What's the point of you creating stuff so you can just sit in your house and collect dust? I'm sorry, I want the world to see what I've created. You know what I mean? That's how you get out your name. That's how you become immortal right there. Our creations is what gives us immortality. You know what I mean? So, and as far as the platforms that I think are awesome, YouTube and Facebook are 1 and 2. I didn't realize, for me, those two platforms, I feel like they garner more loyalty from followers. People don't bull jive you. They literally follow you in a loyal way. Whereas TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter is sort of like a popularity contest. I don't care about that. I care about organic growth. So, love those two platforms, Facebook and YouTube, man. And please don't forget to review us. Rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.